Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lara Yamada.
And I'm Paula Akana. A week after KITV4 News broke the story about thousands of checked suitcases going unscreened at Honolulu International Airport, some changes are underway by TSA managers there. Our story got picked up by media all across the country, and TSA managers have reminded employees not to speak to reporters. And now KITV4's Kyoki Kerr is here with an exclusive follow-up. Kyoki.
Well, Paula, we first told you last Tuesday that more than 24 TSA officers in Honolulu are under investigation for failing to properly screen checked baggage for months, meaning suitcases went onto aircraft from Honolulu without being checked for explosives. Sources say between 27 and 30 TSA officers, including 2 supervisors who worked here in Lobby 4 at the airport, are accused of allowing checked luggage to go on flights without being screened. The suspected employees could face firing or less severe discipline, and TSA management has been embarrassed that some of its employees essentially did not do their jobs for as many as 4 months before 2 employee whistleblowers brought them to management's attention. Sources tell KITV4 News last Wednesday, the day after our story broke, TSA managers took a much more hands-on approach. Sources say managers who previously would be seen in the airport lobbies just once or maybe twice a day instead walked through lobbies 6 or more times during an 8-hour shift. If they were even a fraction more vigilant months ago, this problem would have been discovered a long time ago, said one person close to the investigation. Our TSA story went national, picked up by CNN, the Associated Press, Bloomberg Businessweek, and even Security Director News, a publication for security practitioners, as well as the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. But it's clear that TSA officials don't want their employees speaking to reporters. Sources say the day after our story ran, supervisors held meetings for Honolulu TSA officers at the end of their shifts to warn them not to speak to the media, or they could face discipline, including firing for doing so. This comes as TSA employees nationwide are beginning to vote this month on whether to unionize, something U.S. Senator Dan Akaka supports.
Giving TSA employees a greater voice in their workplace would be good for security. TSA suffers from low morale, high attrition, and high injury rates.
Now, out of 224 federal agencies whose employees were surveyed in a Best Places to Work survey back in 2009, the TSA ranked near the bottom, coming in 220th out of 224 federal workplaces, Paula.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Anything new from the TSA about the investigation into the employees here?
Well, I checked with TSA today, and its spokesman told me that the TSA understands the interest in this case, but because of the active investigation, TSA officials can't say anything more right now other than they are investigating and will hold their workforce to what they call the highest standards possible. And Paula, it has been a pretty intense investigation of this case for the last 2 months. Investigators here from the mainland administering lie detector tests to all the employees, and we'll have to see what comes of it.
That'll be really interesting. All right, thank you, Kyoki.
Sure.